The world is overpopulated, so we need to get rid of people. What do you mean? Like, kill them? No, what do you mean? Of course not.
You all know Harari. You can read his quotes. The future's not human. The human era is over. The public is useless. I mean, this is a very anti-human system. So that's how I'm able.
And that, I think that part is something that, normies, and I say normie as somebody who thinks that Alex Jones is, a kooky guy. He's definitely right about a lot, but he's a kooky guy. But, you're normie. The idea that people who are in charge, look at that freeze frame. I love when I get a good freeze frame. The notion that the people in charge want to get rid of humans in general. They can't fathom that. Which is reasonable. It's reasonable to not be able to fathom that. But it is what it is. Bill Bradley says they have convinced normies that the world is overpopulated, so they believe depopulation is actually a good thing. When you point out that means many humans have to be removed, they don't believe it. Yeah, exactly. Like, they literally can't put two and two together. The world is overpopulated, so we need to get rid of people. What do you mean? Like, kill them? No, what do you mean? Of course not. Yeah, all right. I'll look into it. I'll look into it for you guys. Thank you for the feedback. All right, let's see. Alex Jones.
To make predictions because they've given us a roadmap. They tell us where they want
to take. I'll look into it.
And so when the public wakes up, we push back on some of it, but they always come back. And so I'm just following the trajectory of where they say they want to take us. And there were a lot of white papers, not just the PNAC document from 2000, a year before 9/11, where they describe we really need big terror attacks. We really need Pearl Harbor events.
We need Pearl Harbor events? Yikes.
To get Americans to give up their rights.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, take what just happened in Israel. Totally tragic. My heart goes out to all that have been killed or lost loved ones or been injured. But there's no way that one of the best intelligence agencies in the world didn't know that was coming. The massive buildup, the 5,000 missiles, the paragliding attacks, all of that. And so there was clearly a stand down there. And now the West will take more of the people's rights. Israel will be able to crack down and take more of their people's rights, which is a big debate over there.
Mm-hmm.
Hamas is being funded by Hezbollah, which is Iran. We just had Biden a month ago give $6 billion to Iran.
That was the piece of this whole thing that I was missing. Like, as you guys know, when all that went down, I was just like, I don't really know what's going on here. We brought some people to talk about it. But generally I've stayed away from it because I don't know. But that's the piece that I'm realizing is missing. That's the piece that I'm realizing was missing, is Iran. Is that this is all about what is Iran going to do. And once I understood that, I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Hey, we got Jeremy Lewis in the building. Welcome to the party. Good to see you, brother. How are you? Yeah, welcome.
And now the mullahs are bragging that they were behind the attack, Hezbollah funding Hamas. So really, those aren't even predictions. It's clear that Hezbollah and Hamas have tens of thousands of men and women as sleeper cells that are, quote, other than Mexican, that the Border Patrol list every month, tens of thousands coming across the Texas and Arizona and California sectors.
Yet I'm being told by certain liberal people that the immigration thing is solely about white replacement. That the line, that the great replacement line that Vivek used in the debate was not about Americans being replaced, but he was being a race traitor and talking about, you white guys, you're going to be replaced, so vote for me. I don't think so. Bill Bradley said the Palestinians are a useful tool for nations like Iran. They pump money and rockets into Palestine so Israel will respond, and they can say, look how evil Israel is. None of those Islamic nations are taking Palestine refugees en masse. Yeah, and that would be a big, that's what we would expect. That's what we would expect. Why is it that there's so much expectation on America to help Israel, but there's no expectation on any of the other Islamic nations or Arabic nations to get involved with that on their side? And it's like, well, everybody just chill.
And it's an easy equation to predict that there's a wide probability that Hezbollah and Hamas at some point are going to attack sports stadiums. They're going to attack colleges. They're going to attack synagogues. They're going to shoot up mass gatherings.
The level of fear, that was hanging around America after 9/11 with stuff like that, with stadium, going anywhere where there's just a lot of people, stadiums, mass, it was so scary. And when you stop and think about what we really did as citizens, and we came together, we overcame that, we stomped on our differences, and we came together. Every time I think about that, it's so frustrating that we can't come back to that. It's so frustrating. And as they're saying, that makes the people who said we need another 9/11, we need another Pearl Harbor event, that makes those people right. You know how much that sucks? That sucks.
If they're given the order by Iran, if we go to war with Iran, and then when this happens, our government won't get in trouble for dissolving the border and letting these people come in. Just like on 9/11, our government clearly had prior knowledge. There was clearly a major stand down that went on.
Clearly.
And the government got more power, more control. And now they're not pointing the Homeland Security apparatus at the Russians like they did in the Cold War.
They're pointing it at J6ers. And next, they're going to point it at you. And once again, I said, yeah, that does suck when you really think of it. Makes your head spin in frustration. Yeah, I mean, I try not to think about it too often because it is so sad. But at the same time, it was in a dark way the best I've ever seen our nation. At 34 years old, that was the identifying event of the where were you when. And I think for a lot of us, I don't think any of you are that old enough to be, where were you when Kennedy was killed? Our where were you was 9/11. And it sucks that it has to take something like that to bring us together. And it does indeed, unfortunately, proven by the fact that all through lockdown, we were at each other's throats, that we do need something like a direct, violent attack in order to come together. I hate that. Thanks so much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed that clip, check out the full live stream link in the bio and catch me live every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern. See you there.